नमस्कार मित्रांनो, तुमचं स्वागत आहे मराठी AML चॅनल वरती. So as you guys know, we have completed our first chapter, that is the machine learning landscape. We have covered what is machine learning, types of the machine learning, which I have recorded in the two parts, and then uh, the practical, the simple machine learning practical we have implemented. Okay, so I hope you guys must have completed that practicals. And the third one is the challenges in the machine learning. Okay, if you guys haven't watched that video, please go and watch it that. As I said in my previous video, that revision is very important, but going back and watch it again a bit boring part. So I'll come up with the one idea, that is, let's do it homework. Just one important thing, these are the homework question. Again, I copied from the book which I am referring while developing this lecture series. So that is the machine learning books. Okay, so these are the question I have copied, and I think it's very good if you can try to answer these questions. Okay, please try to answer in the comment sections, and let's now go through the each question one by one. So the first question, if you see, it is, how would you define a machine learning? Okay, so I think this has been covered in the first YouTube link only. That is, what is machine learning? I have given the references here so that it will help you to refer. If you know it, just comment, give the answer in the comment section of this video. Then there are the some 2 to 8 questions. Let's go through it. It is something, can you name 4 types of problem where it shines? Second, what is a label training sets? Next, what are the 2 most common supervised tasks? Okay, so I have given is a hint here, that is a classification and regression. I already explained in that series, that is the types of machine learning, the first video. Then, can you name the 4 common unsupervised tasks? Again, you can relate this question with the question number 4 and watch it the video if you don't know. If you know, then comment it. Next question, what type of machine learning algorithm would you use to allow a robot to walk in a various errands? Okay, this is already been explained, okay, in the video. What type of algorithm would you segment your customers into multiple groups? Okay, again, this has been explained. Would you frame the problem of a spam detection as a supervised learning problem or unsupervised learning problem? Just think it and give the answer very carefully. Okay, so the purpose of giving these questions is to develop the way of looking into the your learning things. Okay, we learn to understand, but what happen if this question comes, how would you answer it? Okay, in your real world also, okay, whenever you get the problem, whether it is a spam detection or any other type of problem, you should start thinking from the whether it is a kind of supervised or unsupervised. If supervised, then what type of algorithm I have and what type of algorithm I can apply. It doesn't mean that you apply all the algorithms at once, otherwise it will take a time, but this kind of fundamental development process help you to give the answers properly. Okay, and build your problems, answers to that problems as well. Let's go to the next set of questions. For this set of questions, you can refer my I given the link, but you can refer the second type of machine learning type 2. In that part 2, I have explained the all the topics where you can refer these questions for that. What is an online learning system? Okay, I have explained in that video. Second, what is out of core learning? Okay, this thing I have explained in that video, but just to hint, out of core learning is nothing but again an online learning system. But why it is called as out of core learning? For that, you watch the video, and don't forget to give the answers in comment. Then what type of learning algorithm relies on similarity measure to make the predictions? Okay, so this type of also I explained in the video. What do model based learning algorithms search for? and what is the common strategy they use to succeed, and how do they make the predictions. So I explained in the video there are the two types of the learning. One is instance based and model based. Okay, so when we are using the model based learning, what model based learning algorithm tries to do, and what is the common strategy they follow, and how they succeeded, and how they make the predictions. For this type of things, we use how it works exactly. These things you have to explain in the answer. Next part is that the next part, that is the challenges in the machine learning. Okay, that is the last part of the video, which is the last part. You can refer that video for this answer. Let's understand the question. So what is the difference between the model parameter and learning algorithms hyperparameter? Okay, so I have explained, when we are doing one of the challenges part, when we were trying to understand the challenges, I explained the hyperparameter, right? And that time I explained what is the difference between model parameter and the learning parameter. Okay, in detail, again I'm saying, watch the video. If no, give the answers in the comment, and after watching video you know it, then try to give the answers in comment. Can you name four of the main challenges in machine learning? I think initial of the video only I have explained all the four main challenges in the machine learning. You just started, you will get the answer. Next question. If your model performs great on training data, but generalize poorly to the new instance, what is happening? And can you name three possible solutions? Right? I explained in that video only. There is one of the challenge which states this explanation only. If my model performs very well in training data, but not perform very well on test data, what kind of that model is, what issues that model facing, and if that issues occur, what kind of solution I must have to follow. Okay, I explained there. Next, what is a test set? I have explained in that there is a you have to divide your data into the train and the test set. So what is the test set, and why we require the test set? If you don't go the test set, what happen? I can just train and do the prediction. Then what is the advantage, or what is the use case of the test set? So just watch the video for the detailed answers. If you know it, comment it. Next, what is the purpose of the validation set? What is the purpose of the validation set? Okay, what is the difference between validation set and test set? Okay, for that, watch the video. Okay, if you know, answer it. Next question. What can go wrong if you tune hyperparameters using test set? So there is a one challenge is called as hyperparameter tuning, and I have explained what is a hyperparameter. In that only you come to know the answer, that what is the difference between hyperparameter and the model parameter. But when to tune that hyperparameter? If I tune that hyperparameter in the test set, what will happen? Oh, what is the disadvantage of tuning the hyperparameter on test set? So it is always advisable, don't tune the hyperparameter on the test set, always tune it on the training, and use the test set for the analyzing your model. And the last question of this uh, section is that what is the train dev set, and when do you need it, and how do you use it? What is a train dev set, and when do you need it, and how do you use it? Actually, yes, in last video, that video was lengthy, so I am unable to explain that is the data mismatch section in very detail. So let me take this opportunity and answer it here, so that I'm able to explain that last part and the answers here. Okay, so what happens? This train dev set concepts uh, brought by the Andrew Ng sir. Okay, everyone knows Andrew Ng sir, and he given this concept of train dev sets. So what is that train dev set means? We know the training set, we knew the test set, we knew the validation set. Now what is a train dev set? Let me explain the scenario. Suppose you collect the large amount of training data. Okay, large amount of training data, feed to the machine learning model. So this is my machine learning model. This is my training data. You train it, model work very well on training data set, correct? And then you also have your test set. So this is a train, this is a test. Okay, model perform very well on training, even model perform very well on test set, and then you deploy this into the production. But after deploy that ML model into the production, accuracy is not good as what you want. Okay, so here training error is less than 5%, test error is less than 5%, but in production the accuracy is only a 20 to 30%. Okay, where we expect the accuracy something goes beyond 80 to 90%, but this is not as per the expectation. Where is the problem? The problem is that whatever training and the test data set we have, it is not relatively similar to the production data. And because of that, Andrew Ng has come up with the uh, concept called as a train dev set. So what does mean by train dev set? Your product, he said that develop the data set, okay, which is similar to your production data. Not exactly similar, but kind of close to production data. So what happened because of that? You train the model on your training set, then you pass that data for to the train and development set and try to evaluate that model. If model performs well, then you can, that model is ready for production. If model is not perform well, then that problem called as a overfitting problem, because it is working very nicely on training set but not on the train development set. And to overcome this issue, they have suggested that you need to, or we already seen that we have to regularize the model, get more training data and clean up the training data. So I hope you understand what is train dev set. Train dev set is nothing but a data set we have the must have to develop, which is more similar to the production ready available data set. When do you need it? It is needed when our model is not performing well on the production. Okay, but it is always a good practice. Don't wait for the production, start having from the initial phase of the machine learning development. And how do you use it? Send the data to the training data set, then evaluate that training. Then once the model is developed, evaluate that model on the training data set, and as per the result, check it out whether model is ready for the production or not. I hope so you understand the answers of these questions. Okay, and also you understand that is the one of the challenges of data mismatch. So guys, please revise all the concept through this question. If you haven't watched my previous videos, please go watch it and try to do the revision, because as I said, revision is very much important. Unless until you don't revise the concept, you never remember and you are not able to do the new things which are coming in the upcoming video series. Okay, thank you till that time, all the best.